Marcus Rashford has been campaigning, really lobbying the UK government to feed children in low-income families throughout the pandemic. As part of that effort, he's raised $26 million for a food distribution charity. On Wednesday, then, lawmakers voted down a plan to feed low-income children throughout the holidays. Marcus Rashford stepped up. You can check out his social media channels where he's got cafes and restaurants up and down England ready to serve these kids for free. For more perspective on this, we welcome in Sid Lowe and Gab Marcotti. Sid, I saw you on Twitter. I think you tweeted something to the extent of, Marcus Rashford, this is amazing. You got a few more than 140 characters here. You care to expand?
Yeah, it's extraordinary. We've seen footballers support worthy causes many times. I think we've seen some of these elements before, but not quite like this. Because what Rashford has done, I think, is show that it's not just about believing in a project. It's not even necessarily just about supporting a project. It's about being prepared to have the energy, the practical application of that energy to really force it through, and also to have the nerve to take people on. And I think this is where we see a slight difference between this and some other charitable acts that sportsmen do. Because sometimes, of course, a charitable act is something that everyone says, yeah, this is right, we're all going to get behind this. Rashford has had the nerve to put his head up there and to be shot at and to take people on and to drive something that can be seen by some people, remarkable though this sounds, as negative, and to have, as I say, the nerve, the courage of his convictions, the energy, the determination to say, okay, we're going to force this through. He gets an MBE, which for those of our viewers who don't know, is essentially a twice annual award given to British citizens, and I think in part because it's politically driven, an idea to maybe say, here's your reward, and I kind of, let's all calm down. No, I'm not going to be bought off by this. I'm going to push this through. I'm going to make this happen. And he is making it happen. He's not just saying, let's do this. He's saying, let's do this. And actually, I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to go and make this happen. I think that it's just brilliant. I mean, and it really, really is. And it really is because, as I say, it's beyond just supporting a good cause. It's supporting a good cause when it's difficult as well and forcing it through yourself. And by the way, there are some people occasionally who say, well, you should stick to sport. This is going to detract from the way that you're playing. I think he was quite good in the Champions League in midweek.
Yeah, Gav, as Sid mentions, it is both amazing. It's also impressive. You look at it, he's just 22 years old, and he does it in a week where he gets the game winner against PSG.
Yeah, and I think I agree with what Sid said. I think what's remarkable about Rashford here is that, when you play for a very big club like he does, a lot of times, you'll have a lot of fans, sure, and then you'll have, rivals who might not like you for evident reasons. But I think Rashford seems to really cut across that. This whole initiative is extremely genuine. I mean, for those who don't know, it comes from the fact that in state schools here in England, like in other parts of the world, a bunch of kids, of lower income kids, are entitled to free meals. And obviously during the pandemic, they weren't going to school, or during lockdown rather, they weren't going to school. And so Rashford said, well, we still need to get these kids fed because for a lot of them, these were the only proper meals that they were getting. And Rashford's been through this. He was one of the beneficiaries of it when he was in school, and it wasn't that long ago. And the fact that, I think what makes it so genuine, it's something that he was the beneficiary of. He is so genuine. He's not just cutting a big check. He's devoting his time to this. And I think that's why it resonates. It resonates far more than, people cutting a 6 or 7 figure check, which, is equivalent, Sebi, of you or I, writing a check for $20. For a lot of these people, donating their time, making it personal like this, doing it with the right tone, that is what really resonates, what really cuts across lines, and this is why it's such a remarkable story.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.